Hello, and welcome to What People Miss, the podcast that explores the subtleties of life, inspired by Mozart's words. The music is not in the notes, but the silence between them. This is where we listen for what most people overlook. This space is for those who dare to see themselves more deeply, to pause and reflect, to savor the parts of life they've been rushing past. Because when you savor your life, you show up free, liberated, and confident, able to meet every moment, good or bad, with grace, presence, and power. As you know, I took a pause last week from my podcast because there's something that was brewing. And sometimes life can be infuriating in that way. And that's why today I want to talk about why rage is required for your ultimate joy. Like things happen. Like for me, this past week, I was so enraged. I felt disempowered, right? It made me want to scream to the top of my lungs, smash things, throw rocks, in all the ways you can possibly express rage. You know what I mean? Do you ever experience feelings, real emotions like that? But why do you do nothing? What do you do with your rage? I'm so curious about that. I'll tell you in a minute what I do with my rage. Because what I do know and what I have witnessed of the women that I know personally and those that I support in the work that I do as a somatic healer and the ultimate joy goddess, inviting women to choose joy and pleasure. I often see the opposite: women suffering in silence, women who privately oppress themselves because they think there's something wrong with them, something wrong with expressing rage, and it only results in physical ailments, mental disruption, anxiety, lack of sleep, high blood pressure, loneliness, bitterness, addictions. Yeah, we don't think of whining Wednesday as an addiction, but addictions, and ultimately things like cancer. But I'm here to tell you there is a way to liberate your rage and refuel yourself at the same time. I've always talked about this, right? Back in the days when I was the emotions opener, around the time that I was writing my last book, Detached Love, Transforming Your Heart so that you can transform your mind, I always talked about the beauty of anger. But back then, I didn't even know about the ultimate joy of rage. I'm going to tell you, that has been my number one lesson from divorce. There was so many years of rage just bubbling inside of me. And through somatic movement, through breath work, tantric breath work, I've learned ways to reinvigorate myself with my rage. But you never see me throw stuff, right? You never see me smash stuff. I don't cuss people out. I thrive. I more than thrive. I savor my life. And so, in this podcast episode, I want to give you an introduction to the beautiful, wonderful technology that is this magnificent feminine body. And the purpose of that flame, the one that makes you want to throw rocks, and how it makes you holy, holy. The sacredness of rage can only be explained by flowing with the actual flame from ignition itself. When you choose to really embody and flow with that rage, it requires somatic movement. It may appear like belly dancing, but it's just allowing whatever is present in your hips to be expressed. So, whatever that is for you, I invite you to express it. Really get into it. Move your hips, thrust them, be naughty with them. Be naughty with them, in air quotes, right? All the things you were ever told not to do with your hips, do it. You're not touching another body, so why not? And as I mentioned, touching your body, do touch your body. Take your fingers, take your full palms, and just feel, feel those hips. Feel the rage release. Caress them as you move them. And don't name the movements, because sometimes we have certain connotations, right? So when we talk about twerking, there are some records, there's some uh, things in your mind. Oh, I'm not one of those people. I don't do those things. But the movement mimics what looks like twerking. So you are doing those things. And when you're doing those things, it doesn't make you any less or any more. You just are. You exist beautifully the way you were designed to exist. Embrace it. Just embrace it. I'll tell you how I've experienced it the first time that I allowed myself to really express my rage by moving my hips any kind of way I wanted to. Little did I know that they would talk to me. Yeah, so when you move your hips, in between your hips, there are many organs and many muscles. And there's an area there that I call the lotus verse that encompasses your uterus, your vulva, your vagina, and of course your buttocks and your anus. And all of that is your lotus verse. And she has words, she has wisdom. When you really get into the fire and the flame, the core of who you are, that pathway, which is the portal between worlds. It births many things, not just children. Listen to her wisdom. Sometimes she talks when you're making love or having intercourse or fucking, and she may say things like, stop, don't let this person touch you, get away from this person. Or it may say, oh my gosh, come to me, love me more, be with me. She says all kinds of things. Sometimes she tells you to don't hide yourself, don't oppress yourself, don't suppress your feelings, be brave, be courageous. All those voices are her. So I invite you to get in there and shake it up and see what surfaces. Now, when you do this, it is a brave and bold and new endeavor. And I'm here to tell you that rage has a companion underneath, and it sees oceans of sadness. And you might find yourself in a puddle. Embrace the tears too. Let them flow. Liberate yourself. No judgment, no restrictions. Just be. Just exist. Imagine how you could transform your life, right? In my last book, Detached Love, transforming your heart so that you can transform your mind, is all about creating practices of self nurturing so that you can replenish yourself, renew yourself. I don't explicitly talk about sacred rage or rage at all. I do mention anger a little bit, and the invitation is in that book and now to detach from what's expected and accepted by society, what's expected of you and what's accepted in society as okay, as good, and be with the love of yourself. Be with the ultimate source of love, who is our Creator, and only flow from within your divine connection, the portal between worlds, and your Creator. And everything and everyone else detach away from it. That is a requirement so that you can embody your rage, you can enjoy the flame and the fire and the full expression of who you truly are. The wisdom comes straight to your mind, and everything that was confusing is clear. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Welcome the wisdom and flow with the answers. I encourage you to be with your sacred rage. And if it sounds difficult, impossible, unladylike maybe, join me this coming Monday on my YouTube channel. I will be doing a live event. There will be a few people in the room with me, but you can join me virtually, right? Put your comments, your thoughts, your experience in the comments, and experience what it's like to express your sacred rage. I also invite you to come on Monday nights so that you can ask me any questions you have about rage itself. And I have one further invitation. The purpose of me doing this live event on my YouTube channel is so that you can learn how to be in community with your rage. I have created the Ultimate Joy Goddess community for your pleasure so that you have a place to be with other women like you on the same path, to embrace your rage, to explore the feelings that you haven't been able to feel, to experience your body in all of its amazing technology and wisdom. That's what we do in the Ultimate Joy Goddess community. And I'll talk a little bit about that and give you further invitation to join me. And we begin again this month in the Ultimate Joy Goddess community on August 14th. So if you'd like to be a member, You have to join before then so that you can be with us on the 14th. Now, there is one meeting that I allow people to visit, right? A month, and this is the meeting that I call the beauty of racism. And because school is going back, or has gone back for some states already, we'll be talking about how racism is embedded in the school policies. So that session will be on August 21st this month. Um, so for now, I want you to think about how much rage may actually exist in your body and how many years of rage has been unexpressed. And again, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can enjoy this podcast and my event, my live events that I have from time to time on my YouTube channel. So for now, it has been a joy to be with you. And I want to remind you that your body is a beautiful technology. Your emotions are your connection and pathway to the divine and to your truest self. My invitation for you as the ultimate joy goddess is to choose joy and pleasure so that you actually savor your life. And thank you for listening to What People Miss. If this conversation inspired you to savor your life a little bit more, I invite you to continue the journey with me by visiting cordeliagaffar.com to explore ways to reclaim your joy, confidence, and if you're ready to go deeper, join us in the Ultimate Joy Goddess community where we practice radical self-nurturing, self-pleasure, and presence together because you deserve to live free, liberated, alive. And I'll see you there later.